Hello, this is Modman Kev here with my review of the Logitech Performance Mouse MX, which is this mouse right here. Next to it is something probably most of you are familiar with, the Logitech MX Revolution. Been my trusty mouse for a couple years now. I've been very much enjoying this, but this has some upgrades that I want to talk about. If you're used to the shape of the Revolution, it is very smooth, falls off very quickly to the table here on this side. It's a different shape for the Performance MX here. If you're used to this, you're going to have to try this out before you buy. The back of it is much higher. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It just feels taller in your hand, so something to be warned about. Obviously they changed the styling just a little bit with this chrome detail instead of the black stealth. You know, I kind of like the stealth, but it's a new way of going with it. Let's see, the lights are something to look at. The Revolution had the battery indicators always on whenever the mouse was active, but they are stealthed underneath this black plastic, so when they turn off they just disappear, and they have no look at that, that's nice. They have no descriptor anywhere, little arrows. They went a different way with it. And on the Performance MX they have a little indicator, and the lights themselves, oh there you go, you can see it, the LEDs poke through the rubber here, so little different details there, but that's fine. And the lights aren't on right now. They only turn on kind of after inactivity. They come on just for a second to show you your status and go away. Yeah, a little tiny bit of power saving. Yeah, might go a little ways. So the big change here with the thumb is the buttons. The Revolution had this wheel here, which for me was kind of useless because it was past where my natural thumb position is, and it's slow. You have to toggle forward, back. You know, you can click it in, but it's a long travel kind of button. Just slow. The forward back ones, though, very convenient, and I like the shape of them. On the Performance here, they took away, obviously, the toggle wheel. But then they added two buttons. They added this zoom button right here, which you can remap to a bunch of different things. And they still have the forward and back, but it's kind of past the zoom. It's not as convenient. A little more thumb movement to get to those, just so you know. But they added this button here. And I saw, you know, on all the pictures, them pointing towards this button. I was like, oh, that looks like a very small button. You know, this little thing, but that's not a button. This whole area, all of the rubber pushes down together, click, click, and so it's a very cool button. I like it a lot. They have it set up for a program switcher, but obviously you can change it to whatever you'd like, so I like that. The hyper scroll wheel, obviously one of the biggest features. You know, the Revolution was the first to have it. The Revolution has an electromechanical mechanism inside that can switch the clicks on and off. Right now there's clicks, but I have it set up to automatically shift when you spin it fast enough. And so now it's spinning, it's free spinning, and you stop it and the clicks come back. However, on the Performance MX, they got rid of the mechanism, and now, like some of their other mice, it is a physical button, click to turn on the clicks, and then click to turn them off. You know, this is up to your personal preference. I was using the Smart Shift for a long time, and then kind of transitioned to something like this, you know, the digital spin or not to spin. So that's up to your own choice, but they got rid of this feature, which is kind of too bad. I was expecting it, and that was surprising that it wasn't there. But that makes this button, the middle click button, is more responsive, because this was originally meant to switch. Clicking the wheel was meant to switch from clicks to spin on the Revolution. That's how it was set up default. So this button on the Performance MX is more responsive. So that is a really good thing, especially if you're a hardcore Firefox user. You know, closing tabs is the way to go here, and opening in new tabs. But anyway, it's just something different. And then they both have they have horizontal scrolling, and it happens that the Revolutions was just a button, like you push it over and you're scrolling to the left. The set point software could do some like acceleration, but it was just on or off. This one, however, is an analog stick basically, and you can push it over a little bit to slowly scroll, and then when you want to go faster you push it over a little more. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but I didn't know that was a feature until I watched like another YouTube video. But it is very nice. You should definitely check it out. Let's see, a big advantage of the new mouse is the charging style. So with the Revolution, you have to have your trusty cradle when these go down to red, and you have to put it in the cradle for, you know, many minutes. And in the meantime, you could be gaming, whatever. You'd have to switch to your backup mouse, whatever. They really went a different direction with this. No cradle. They have a USB. It's a micro USB on the front here, and you click it in to their actually amazingly ergonomic cable. It's very cool, and you just push it in here, and look. The light's turned on, it's charging away, but the cable's out of your way, sort of at an angle, upwards, and you can go right away. See, now you're a corded mouse and have the problems of a corded mouse, smashing things over with a cord. So once it's done, charged up, you just pull it out, and you're good to go again. But, you know, no stop in the action. That is so cool. Also, the receiver itself is that tiny little receiver that Logitech has now. It is very small, but they give you this extension cord with this little holder with a little bit of weight to it to put next to your mouse pad, just so you know you have the least amount of resistance here to get the best signal. You know, compare that to the Revolutions. Big thing with my own extension cable. They didn't give me one back then. It's just really nice that they did that. To carry all these cables around, because Logitech knows a lot of people have laptops, they gave you this fancy little bag. Look at this thing. It's like, it's either leather or, you know, imitation leather. You know, they give you the nice branded USB, you know, to 120 volt converter that this thing can plug into, and you can bring this along. It's just a really fancy little bag, nice to have, right, that you're getting with your super expensive mouse. And that's pretty much it. Overall, it's an amazing mouse. It's too bad, I think, that they got rid of the mechanism for the scroll wheel, but with the new recharging, the amazing new button, it's a win. So that's my review, the Logitech Performance Mouse MX. Thanks, everybody.